Yo, how's it going, guys? Share my screen. I will be on TradingView today. Yo, what's going on, guys? How's it going, George? What's up, bro? This opening range was pretty crazy right here. I am more kind of on the bullish side now, though. Well, because obviously we took sell side. There's for us to go all the way down is crazy. No wick candle. Crazy, bro. Yeah, gold is moving right now. We'll see what the indices can do right now. Actually, let's go on ES. We'll look for some longs. 1 minute nearly has this fair value gap right here. NQ delivered bullishly off of its 1 minute fair value gap. Wow, crazy, bro. You gotta trail that stop loss. So we have this high. Honestly, price could do anything right now just because the daily hasn't really moved all that much. I don't hear you on Discord. Let me send you over to the YouTube link. Yeah, I don't know what's going on because I see myself talking. Oh, am I just super quiet? Check. Yeah, you guys are right. It's just not like picking up my voice for some reason. Let me know if this is better. Yeah, we are gonna go long. Just haven't really found a setup that I want yet. Um, inside of this 1 minute fair value gap, but not ready to enter quite yet. We're about halfway into the range. All right. Let's see how we react to the next minute. Okay, I'm gonna get long here, guys. Stop right about here. Going to aim for about a 1 to 2. So this is based off of the 2-minute fair value gap right here. And let me see if I could log into paper trading so I could at least show the execution. We'll see how that goes. Can you guys hear me now better? Nice reaction so far. Looking for longs on YM. Nice. That's a nice setup on YM also. We'll see if price wants to run. Overall setup looks nice. Good respect. Hopefully continues like this. Volatility kind of chilled out. Yes, sir. Looking for longs. No, I was just having issues logging into my legacy account, so then I turned up on paper trading. Yes, sir. Let's run it up, boys. Hopefully we run. Floating 1.8k, nice, bro. Yes, I'm already in. I am showing my execution. I bought. I did not buy. I bought. Sorry, guys. We're just teasing. He's mad. I purchased out until power hour. Nice, bro. Nice, Smokey. All right. Time to go break even, and I'll put it like right here where you guys might be in. I am in long right now. I purchased I purchased the ES contract before entering. I think all the indices can run up right now. Looks like might be a break even trade. Whoops. Some of you guys did close, got some profit. So it was a nice trade. Either way. We ran what? Uh like 10 points. Or no, like 13 points on ES. That's pretty good. A W for you, awesome. If you guys caught a W, sick. Gotta have proper risk management. Full close on bearish for value gap, nice, bro. GG's, guys. Let's take a look at what next week looks like. Let me know if my mic's still being weird, because I tested it and it is kind of being weird on Discord. Okay, so we have Wednesday FOMC, unemployment claims. So after Wednesday, it'll be some pretty good price action. But I think FOMC will kind of slow the week down. The following week has hardly any rolled folders, so yeah, we have 2 good weeks coming up, honestly. At what point did it make sense to get in? That's a really good question. So on the 1 minute, we have a fair value gap right here, right? And overall in the range, if we measure it from the high to the low, we're at a discounted range. We're at the 0.5 area. So I wanted to enter basically off of these candles right here that were respecting the fair value gap, and then stop right here. And then we're going to aim for basically this high right here. That was the plan, which it worked out for about 1R. Did not follow through with the R2R though, which is fine. Did I take partials? I did not, unfortunately. That would have been a good idea. I just didn't really think about it in the moment. I wanted to take partials right here at this high. I don't know why. I like taking partials at like a random high point instead of a fair value gap, but it would have been a good idea. Where do you think the next buy entry is? It might, to be honest, we might not get another good setup, because you could already see taking all of this away. We're just sitting in like the middle, kind of like balanced out. And we took out sell side. We technically already took out Asia high, so I don't know. Might not happen. Overall, I would be more bullish on the overall range though, just because we took out all of the sell side and we're inside of like a higher time frame fair value gap. Down here, we just like tagged it pretty much. Tagged to the very bottom and came back. So if anything, we might run up one more time up here. We'll see. What about gold? Good question. I don't really like how this consolidation has started. The last, 10 minutes? The sessions and colors? Good question. I'll screenshot it for you, sir. Because I know a lot of people probably have that question. This is it on TradingView. If you search it up, pretty much haven't adjusted any of the like colors or anything. It's pretty much default in gold longs. Nice brother. Yeah, it looks good for longs. I just don't really see my setup that I like. I'm very particular. I'm very particular when I trade on gold. Yes, sir. No worries. Nice, bro. Yeah, we had a huge retracement on the 30-minute. I think a good setup right here would be like if we created a 1 minute fair value gap and then we just targeted like the high up here. I don't, I mean, that's not happening right now, so I can't justify taking a trade. Looking forward to Tuesday so you could get another payout. Awesome, bro. Um, I'm just getting ready to. Well, it's Valentine's Day. Me and my girl are supposed to head out to LA. We're supposed to head out to LA. Go to like an aquarium. This Warner Bros. Studio tour. Just a few cool things out there. And then I'll be back by what, Tuesday? No, I'll be back by Wednesday. So hopefully have no issues streaming out there. We'll see. I might have Nick stop by on my stream for me. We'll see. You sure you're doing that? Yeah, bro. It's gonna be cool. You guys have any plans for Valentine's Day? Any of you guys? Absolutely nothing. Gotta have a nice little dinner. Nice little dinner date. Honestly, it's better to do it not on Valentine's Day because everybody's like doing it that day, but just like make up for it another day. Celebrate it early. Yeah, bro. I mean, who wants to go out when it's like super packed and busy somewhere? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. We're just sideways now. Let's look at YM. See what it's up to. Looks suspicious. Thank you, Lormings, for sharing that with all of us. I appreciate it. Going tonight. um, going tonight to have dinner. Nice, bro. Gotta have some steak dinner. We'll see right here if we maybe like expand. I like that we kind of came down. We took this little sell side. If we could have like a nice little bounce right here, boom, target some buy side. We'll see. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. About $80 profit. Bet. What time frame is my favorite for catching a fair value gap? Honestly, the 1 to 2 minute and even the 5 minute can be really good. Um, which is very broad. That's very broad, right? To say all that. But I definitely like the 1 minute just because, like, let's just say for instance, right here, if we wanted to like catch an inversion, and actually it's better to draw it out right here. Say we wanted to catch this inversion, like we're gonna miss it if we're on any other time frame, but it's still like the trade made sense, right? We took out all this sell side. We're in the 4 hour fair value gap. We're bullish. Like if you're on any other time frame, you're gonna miss it. Um, Whereas like the 5 minute, I like it because it has a lot of influence on the chart. And I'll show you like an example here. Here's another trade that you could have took this morning. So it was right at the open, and I don't really trade the open like that, but you can see we very well respected it, and then we had like the lows down here to chase. So 5 minute, lots of influence. Typically have to have a wider stop loss, whereas the 1 minute you're gonna catch a lot of things. But I think a lot of people get kind of caught up and confused on like how to use the lower time frame because they think like, oh, just because there's a fair value gap right here, I should long at the very top, which isn't true because in this instance, we should be longing off of the discounted area. But I only know that because I have like that experience. So all these things take like time and experience. But how do you start your analysis from the higher time frame? So literally what I typically do is I look at like is price going to deliver to, which in this case, wait, sorry, I didn't really like mention which time frame. So I'm going to look at the daily time frame. I want to see where is price more likely to continue to. And obviously we're not going to trade up to this daily high up here. But we do have this daily low down here. Headed down to the 4 hour. Well, I'm still going to stick to my bias of being bearish right here. So going down to all of these different time frames, I don't really see any fair value gaps over here, but I do know that we took out some of this liquidity, which is Asia high. So still pretty like bearish overall right here. And then if I go down to like the 5 minute, I see that we have this 5 minute fair value gap. So I would be bearish up until this point, but once we come down and we took these lows and then we closed all the way back over here, I obviously like had to change my bias. But yeah, it all starts from the daily time frame, and then you just have to like anticipate where price is going to move to off of that. And then you kind of just work your way down into like what makes sense. And the only thing that made sense was to sell from right here because we took all this buy side. But because we came down, we took all the sell side and we had a bullish reaction, then it makes sense to switch our bias. Hope that makes sense. What do I think of gold? I just like I don't like trade this type of setup on gold. Like I'm very particular. And I'll show you like I guess an example. Like I like right here on gold where we're kind of have like accumulation, we're like manipulating up here, and then like prices kind of looks like one-sided like this where we have a bunch of lows. So this is like a setup I would take. Maybe like an inversion right here. Did I take it? No, because I probably wasn't watching the charts at the time. But it doesn't necessarily look the same right here. Like it's a little different. And we're coming into the like this big range. I prefer when the lows or highs are just lined up like this. But that's just my preference on gold. That's how I like to trade gold. I'm very particular with it. Can't hear anyone else. I don't know what's going on with my mic. Let me try to fix it. Hold on. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, I have no clue like Discord is. I see what you mean because when I check my mic on Discord, when I do the mic check, it's kind of like weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm on YouTube too, so I know it'll be better there. Crazy. I was gonna tell Mark too, because me and Mark were on last night. Like, bro, did you catch that move in AM session? It was crazy. Oh, nice, bro. Yeah, if you guys caught it, that's crazy. Looks like we're trading up here a little bit. Really, really slow. How does resetting an account work? Um, well, I don't know if you mean an actual account reset, but what I would recommend is buying another account and then canceling your old subscription to the last one. Unless you want to keep the discount, of course. This, I read that. Coming back into this range. We have a 2 minute fair value gap right here. I don't know where price would really run from there though. Because we do have this. I mean, we could potentially run up to this PM session high, but we're already getting late into the session. I don't know if I would trust that. That's right. Anton. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. So it does continue to rebill you even if you fail, but that's because once it rebills, once it's paid, it gives you a new account anyways. So let me show you like an instance where that's actually worth it. Let's just say you got like a really good discount or having like a holiday sale, right? You get 30% off. That next time that it rebills, it's gonna have that same discount. Um and you're gonna get an account at that same price, if that makes sense. Antoine. Oh, okay, okay, that's sick. Think there's a guy on YouTube I watch named Antoine. Question: how do you determine price? Is that discount? Yeah, so the trade that we took earlier, and I'll go back so it's easier to see. I know I'm meant to go to replayed mode right here. So the way that you mark up premium and discount, basically you take the most recent leg of price action and you just draw it out from like this. And then so I'm only gonna mark the fair value gap in the discount right here, which you don't have to, but so this area right here is a discounted fair value gap below the 0.5. So it's literally a fib with a 0.5. That's it. And then so once price reacts off that, or if you want to enter on a fair value gap in that area, then that works. It'll so if you look at the legacy funded YouTube, all of our lives are like they stay on there. There's a VOD of it. Anyone know a good trade journal to track your trades? I honestly like Notion because I'm not super huge on like the PNL and like RR and tracking that, but I am huge on like tracking psychology and all that. And even trades, but like I'm not huge on like stats themselves. So Notion is good for me. That's what I use. Yeah, I think even Nick had like one where you could track your statistics on Notion. Yeah, champ. I just explained. I kind of go from the daily 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute. Are we taking more trades today? Probably not. I mean, I wanted to see potentially S run up from right here, but you see how this leg kind of came over and just slumped. Not really interested. My win rate, as of like the past 2 months, has been closer to 50 to 60%. But I also take like high RR, so my RR is like uh closer to 2.5 to 3R per trade. It's pretty good. I mean, just this week we took 4 wins, and then obviously we had a break even today. What could really mess you up is like if you take one break even or one loss and you just continue to compound those losses. Like such a simple concept, right? But it could go over your head really quick. Sometimes, like I know a lot of people might get impatient with the way that I trade in terms of like me only taking I only take like one or two trades a stream. Occasionally I won't even take a trade. But that's genuinely like what lets me do well. So why would I change that up, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it's the worst habit to build. Wanted to ask, what's your opinion on trading NQ for London Open? At the moment, I honestly, I mean, it's decent, but it's been better, if you know what I mean. Like, there's been times where it expands a lot more, and it just hasn't really been expanding that much. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, you look at the past couple weeks, and because I was even looking at this too, I was kind of curious if London was good for NQ. I just, it's not terrible, but it's also like not the best it's been. Um, Typically, Luca doesn't do Power Hour on Fridays. Typically, so I'm usually the last person to stream. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for stopping by. Nice little talk, little rant, whatever you want to call it. It was a good stream. I mean, we took a break even, but I mean, look at the session now. We're sideways pretty much the entire session. So, good choice to make by us, not continuing to force any trades or do anything stupid. Do I buy data for TradingView? I do. I think it's like $7 a month or something cheap. Rolling on choppas. I've never heard that. Yeah, you're right. Later, bro. Later, Iceman. Of course, Gabriel. It's always nice.